as we begin the next piece, The Swan by Saint-Saëns. It's from a very well-known piece called The Carnival of the Animals. And as I was looking around, I occasionally cats or other animals seem to be going by looking at me outdoors, and I'm thinking they're probably not too crazy about the violin, but I think it's funny because I love animals. So the swan, there are a lot of accidentals in here, and it's a little bit tricky to hear. I do want to point out one thing to you. If you look at the second line down, the next to the very last measure, you have a C sharp, then you have a D sharp. Now the next note, E, first finger on the D string, you know that a sharp makes a note higher. So you can move that up, or an alternative, you can bring your second finger back next to the first finger. It's the same note. So in fact, E sharp and F natural are the same note. There's a word for that. I didn't write it in the notes. It's called enharmonic. And it depends upon where you're going and where you're coming from, if it's a good fingering or not, to make that substitution. But in fact, you're actually playing it in the second position if you slide up with the E sharp to the and play it with the high first finger. But in this case, it's really easier to bring it back and play it as an F natural. And next to last line from the end, I've shifted us into the third position just so you can come up here, and if you can do some vibrato, it's lovely. Okay, listen carefully, and I'll talk a little bit as we go along. Sharp. Now if you can shift up here, see what a nice vibrato. Now you don't have to, you could do it in the first position. Come on back down. Now here you go, F natural instead of E sharp. Now F sharp, C sharp. Now bring your first finger back low because you're making the open E string higher. Vibrato there if you can, down bow. Sharp. Sharp. Shift if you can. See how nice? Come on back down. Isn't that lovely? Would be worth maybe listening to The Carnival of the Animals. Wonderful piece. Hope you enjoyed that. Bye.